front of me. What up, friends? Hope you guys are having a horrible day so far. 7 a.m. here. Actually, it's 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. now, pretty much, where I'm at in Kolkata, India. So like I said, I hope you guys are having a horrible day today. If you brought your notebooks and your pens and your papers, you can feel free to write down all this nonsense that I say. But I thought I would share with you guys one of the things that I think is the biggest key to just my own internal happiness, just own happiness that I've had inside that I'm able to have every day. And realistically, one of the biggest keys of the financial success that I've had, and it's really just being myself. That's pretty simple, right? Do you wonderful people, do you think you're able to do that? Do you think you guys could just be yourself? See, I really believe that's actually one of the biggest keys to my internal happiness and to the financial success that I've had, is just being able to be myself and not be scared of who I am and be comfortable in my own skin. And the reason that I say that is I notice that there's a lot of people on the internet, and there's a lot of fake people, right? You guys probably have a bunch of fake people right now in your news feeds, right? But you don't have so many people who are just really themselves and who can go out and just be themselves and not really be concerned with the rest of the world and how the rest of the world views them, and if the rest of the world is going to judge them or not judge them. And I've noticed, excuse me, no, it's not hard at all, Marty. It's kind of hard if you're an idiot. So I don't believe anything in the world is really hard, Marty. I believe what happens is people stick these seeds inside their head that they're dumb, or that this is going to be hard, or people stick these seeds inside their head that they're not a tech person and they can't figure this out, or whatever those seeds are. People plant those in their heads, and they keep planting those in their heads, and they keep planting those in their heads. And what ends up happening is this tree grows inside your head. You get a tree, you get a plant, you get a garden of manifestation of all those things that you tell yourself. So if you walk into a situation and you go into a situation saying, oh man, this is going to be hard. Oh man, I have to learn all this. Oh man, I don't want to learn all this. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to figure all this out. Am I going to be able to do it? Well, all you're doing is you're placing these seeds inside your head, okay? So you're just placing these seeds inside your head, and that's what's going to manifest. So if you plant the opposite seeds and you look at things like, oh great, I get to learn new stuff, or oh man, this is going to be easy. Oh, I'm going to be able to figure this out, no problem. Well, what will happen is those things will end up manifesting, okay, Marty? Thanks for coming to my live video, by the way, good sir. But like I was saying, I've noticed that a lot of people on the internet, it seems like you guys are scared to be who you really are and be who you really want to be. And it seems like a lot of you people are scared that you may offend somebody, or you may put somebody off, or what the way that you live your life is, well, is that person going to like me? What happens if that person doesn't like me? Well, what happens if I offend that person? Then maybe they won't buy my stuff because I've offended that person. Maybe they won't like me. But wait, the mindset shift that you really need to have is not worry so much about who are you going to offend and who's not going to like you. What you need to worry about is who's going to resonate with you. Who are the people that are going to resonate with you? Who are the people that are going to love you? All right. So whenever you sit and you wonder, like, okay, well, who's going to get offended? If I say this, it's going to offend these people, and then these people over here, well, they're not gonna like me. So I'm not going to be who I really am. I'm not going to wear I'm not gonna wear my stupid. I'm not gonna wear my stupid dirty hat, because if I wear my stupid dirty hat, well, this group of people, they may not take me seriously. This group of people over here, well, they may think I'm dumb. This other group of people, they might not like me. They may not want to buy any of my software, because who wants to buy software from a guy with a black eye and a dirty animal hat? But what you fail to realize is, whenever you go out there and you be yourself unapologetically, and you be who you really are, and you expose your real self, you fail to realize, well, who's going to resonate with you? Who are you going to captivate? Who are you going to inspire? Who are you going to motivate? And see, those are your true followers, and those are the people who are really going to lift you up. Those are the people who, at the end of the day, can make you a very rich person. Those are the people who can make you a very, very rich person. You see, all those people that you were gonna offend, they probably weren't gonna buy your stuff anyways. They probably weren't gonna. And how are you gonna feel? How are you gonna feel serving those people? How are you gonna feel walking on eggshells your whole life? How's that gonna feel? Like, you're like, oh well, I want to wear this hat, but if I wear this hat, these people, they're not going to take me serious, so they're not going to buy my stuff. So now I won't wear the hat. I took the hat off. I really want to wear the hat, but if I wear the hat, I'm not going to be able to get this client. So I'm just going to take this hat off. Now I'm going to get this client, and now what? Now where did you go? Now you lost yourself. Now you're serving this person, and you're walking on eggshells. So you're scared to be who you really are. And now it's like the snowball effect that's devastating, because now if you're not who you really want to be, and if you're not your true self, and if you're not who you really are, and you're being that way as a way for what? So that you can get $1, you can get $2, maybe you can get $10. Maybe you get $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 or $1 million. Maybe you get $1 million. Now you got this $1 million. Woohoo! You're rich. You've got some money. Great. But who are you now? All right. Now what happens if it slips out and you decide, okay, well, now I got some money. Now I can be who I really want to be. Now I can put my hat back on. All right. So I put my hat back. Oh shit! Man, I cussed. I wasn't supposed to curse. I was going to try not to curse. I know some of you simple-minded fools, some of you idiots out there, you get really upset for some reason when some random stranger that you don't even know curses. For some reason it bothers you so much. So I was going to try my best not to offend you idiots today in my live video. But I've already cursed, so that's strike one. But see, whenever you're yourself, what happens whenever you're yourself? Well, alright, so I'm not sure if you can see this over here. Let's see if you can see this over here. I'll try to make it where you can understand it really easy, okay? Let's see if I got a marker. Let's see if I got a marker. Oh, there's a marker. I got another marker. I've got another marker, a couple markers here. Trying to make it easy for you guys to understand. And just by the way, just in case you're wondering, you could still make $1. You could still make $2. You could still make $3 or $10 or $100 or $1,000 or $10,000 or $100,000. You could still make even $1 million wearing your stupid hat. All right, you can still make $1 million wearing your stupid hat. You can still make $1 million being yourself, being exactly who you want to be. All right, that is totally possible. It's totally achievable. So I'm gonna try to make this really simple. Hopefully you guys can see this part of my board here. All right, can you guys see? Can everybody see? Is everybody seeing? Hey, Gabriella, how are you doing, Gabriella? What's up, Kiefer? So here's the thing. Here's kind of what happens in the world. All right. So this is kind of what's happening in the world right now. Let's see. Let's get my little camera. See. All right. So let's say this is right here. Can you see this? This is, we're going to call this our NHI. All right, this is our natural happiness index right here. All right, so this is our natural happiness index. So we're just naturally right here. We're naturally happy. All right, just being whoever it is that we are. We're just naturally at this amount. Now, what ends up happening is we want some money. All right, so we need some money. Unfortunately, that's how our society works today. We gotta have money for all the stuff that we need, all right? So in order to get that money, typically what we do is we do things that make us unhappy, all right? So we do things, they make us unhappy. So we change who we are. We put on some uniform that we don't actually really want to wear, all right? We take our hat off. We really wanna wear our hat, but we take our hat off. And we have to take our hat off because if we don't take our hat off, we have this preconceived notion that people on the internet, they're not gonna take us seriously, they're not gonna buy our stuff. Or we put on this tie. We really don't like ties, so we put on ties. Maybe if you're a female, you don't wear ties, but maybe you put on a bunch of stuff and you don't really wanna wear that. You don't really wanna wear makeup. You're like, fuck this. I cussed twice, so fuck it. We're just gonna go all in. We're just gonna go all in on cursing. If you want to call me a liar, that's fine. You just put in the comments, I'm a lying piece of shit. And I'm totally cool with that. So maybe we spend a lot of time, we put on our makeup, right? We, put our makeup, we pluck our little eyebrows and stuff because we want to look pretty for the rest of the world. And that's what they told us anyways. It's like, hey, you're a girl, you need to be wearing makeup, you need to put a nice dress on, you need to put some heels on. That shit's uncomfortable. I know they're uncomfortable because I've wore them before. They're uncomfortable, but you put them on, right? And you put them on why? Because you thought, you had this preconceived notion that, okay, this is what I need to do to be successful. This is what I need to do to make the money. I need to go to this place that I really don't want to go to. I need to give them my time. I'm not going to really be happy there, but I'm going to get some money from that. I'm going to take my hat off, and because I took my hat off, I'm going to get some money. So what naturally ends up happening is our natural happiness index. It comes down, okay? So there's our new natural happiness index, all right? Well, this is not natural, this is unnatural, all right? Our natural happiness index is over here. This is, okay, we're just naturally happy, all right? So we're naturally happy. Now, the way that we're wired inside because of, society and all this crazy shit that's going on in the world is we have to change who we are because we might offend somebody, or somebody might not like us, or somebody might not accept us. And we think, okay, well, if we offend somebody, surely those people aren't going to buy my stuff. If somebody doesn't like me, surely it's going to be harder for me to make money. So I need to walk on eggshells in order to make money. And in order for me to do that, I'm not going to be really happy walking on eggshells. So I have to come down here. So here goes away some of my natural happiness index. Okay, it comes from here and it goes to down here, some of my natural. And why are we doing this? Well, we're doing it for the money, for the dinero, for the green stuff. Or maybe if you're in India like me, we don't have green money. We've got different colored money. We got some blue money, some orange money. We got some purple money, some brown money. But we're doing it for the Benjamins, the dollars, the pesos, or the rupees, or whatever it is, the fake pieces of paper that for some reason we hold value in because the banks say they're worth money. All right, so we're doing it for the money. We're lowering our natural happiness index because we think that as we do this stuff, we'll get the money. And then what do we do with the money? What do we do? What do we do with the money, boys and girls? What do you guys do with your money? See, I invest my money. That's what I do. I take my money, I invest it back in assets that actually produce cash flow for me. But I'm one of these guys, if we draw everything on a standard distribution, most people are right here. This is most people. Well, I'm one of these people out here. I'm one of the outliers. So that's fine with me. I don't have to go take my money. I don't have to go take my money and do what most people do. And what do most of us do with our money? Well, we take our money and we try to come up with this deficit. All right? We try to buy back this deficit. That's what we try to do. We try to buy back this deficit. All right? So look, there, we got some money. We go out, we bought a Ferrari, or we bought a BMW. We bought some nice fancy clothes. Oh, we bought some gold. We bought some gold and some jewelry. We bought some designer clothes because those things make us happy. We went to the movies, all right? We took our money and we spent it on these trinkets and on these gadgets because we've been indoctrinated from literally from birth. It's Christmas season, and most of us, not me for sure, but most of us, let's be real, most of us are going to go take on more debt to go buy things for the Christmas season. We don't have any cash flow producing assets. We're actually selling our most valuable resource, which is our own time. It's called throughput. We're taking our throughput, which is very, very limited. We only have so much of it, and the more that we use it, the closer that we get to death. You understand? We're trading the throughput that we have. We only have a limited amount of it, and the more and more of it that we sell, the less that we have to enjoy for ourselves until we die. You understand? We die. Now, granted, we don't know whatever fucking fairy tale happens after we die. We don't know if we go to the kingdom of Jesus and we walk around on his streets of gold, or maybe that motherfucker didn't like us, so he sends us to hell and we burn forever. We don't know if we get reincarnated as a pig or a butterfly. We don't know if we pass into another dimension or if we're still conscious and, we're just radiating out in the universe. We don't know, but we do know that this physical form, it ceases to exist because we're dead. All right, so hopefully you guys understand that we're going to die, and what most of us are doing is we're taking our most valuable resource, our time, we're trading it for money. All right, so we take our most valuable resource and we take our natural happiness index from here and we bring it down to here so that we can get some money. And in order to do this, we sell our most valuable resource, which is our time. And like I said, if it's Christmas time, most of us, what we're going to do, we're going to go take on some debt. We're going to go spend money that we don't really have, even though we don't have any cash flow producing assets, even though that money that we're going to go spend on arbitrary things because the news media and, the popular TV shows and, all of mainstream society is telling us that if we want to be normal, if we want to be accepted by people and not looked at as one of these weirdos over here, well, we need to go celebrate Christmas and get some lights and a tree, buy some presents, and that's what we should do. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So we take our natural happiness index down. It goes down. We're less happy. Now we get some money, great, we've got some money. And what do we do with that money? Again, what do we do with that money? Is we try to buy back our happiness. That's what we do. We spend that money to try to buy back our happiness. Okay? So now, if you're like most of us, all right, and let's be honest, if you're like most of us, you don't even make enough money after you go sell your most valuable asset, after you go sell the most valuable thing that you have, that you're not going to get any more of, that once you spend it all, you die. I hope you understand that once you spend all of the throughput that you have, you are dead. You are a carcass rotting in the ground. Maggots are crawling through your fucking eyeballs, all right? When you sell all of your throughput. Once you're out of throughput, it's because you're dead. So this is your most valuable resource. You go sell it for some money, all right? And then you use that money to try to buy back your happiness index. And if you're like most people in the world, and I mean most people, 90% of the people, you are not able to take the money that you make and ever reach back up to the natural happiness index that you had before you decided to change who you really were and alter yourself to fit into society so that you could go out and you could get this money that you needed so that you could buy back the happiness that you gave up in order to get the money so that you could buy the happiness. So do you understand? Hopefully you guys can see what's happening here with my stupid bar graph. See? I hope you can understand that see this right here? See this purple amount right here? This is your loss of happiness, doing it your way. Okay? So this purple amount, this is how much happiness that you have lost. You actually lost all this happiness, okay? You actually lost all of this happiness. You lost all of that happiness, but But during the process of losing all your happiness, and not all of your happiness, but a good amount of your happiness, by trading your most valuable asset and selling it for some money, some pieces of paper, you were able to buy back some happiness. You went to the Walmart, or you went to wherever you went, you Zales or the car store, you got a new Corvette because that made you feel young, and that made you feel special, and people started looking at you like, oh, that guy's successful. So you got some of your happiness back. But look here, guys, girls, transgenders, this, you can call this a net loss, a net deficit. You're still out happiness, okay? You're out. It's gone. You can't get it back. In order for you to get this back, guess what you have to do, all right? In order for you to get this back, what you have to actually do is you've got to get more unhappy, because that job that you hate going to, that corporate outfit that you have to wear that you don't want to wear, that place that you have to go to sell your throughput that you don't really want to be at because you don't really even like those people, but you need to go there to get money so that you can buy happiness. Well, you've got to do more of that. And once you do more of that, look what happens. Oh man, your happiness went down some more. Okay? Well, now that your happiness is down some more, well, you get some extra money. Oh God, son, look what's happened now. You've got some extra money. Hopefully you can see. See, you got some extra money. Got more money than you had there. More money. But look what's happening. I hope you can see what's happening, boys and girls, transgenders, ladies and gentlemen, my Facebook friends. Look what's happening. Each time, you're losing happiness. You're losing and losing and losing and losing happiness each time. This is a no-win scenario. You don't win here, okay? So I would really like to erase this off of my board because I don't like it. It makes me unhappy. It lowers my happiness just seeing this and just knowing that a lot of you are living your lives like this. I don't understand it, but you're choosing to do it, okay? So that's you. I don't like it, but we're going to leave it up there just for now, all right? But I'm going to show you my approach. Here's my approach. This is how I live my life. And like I said, this is one of the biggest contributing factors to my own internal happiness and to my financial success. Okay? So I started right here. I got the same natural happiness index that you guys have. Okay? I have the same exact natural happiness index that you guys have. Except for things are a little bit different for me. Things are a little bit different for me because I actually love my job. I enjoy my job. It's not actually really a job. I don't have to go there. I don't have to go there if I don't want to go there. So I don't have to change who I am. I don't have to change who I am. I don't have to change one thing about me in order to go make money. See? So I get to be myself. If I want to come on Facebook and say, hey, you guys are all fucking stupid fucking cunts, why don't you go fuck yourself? Well, I can do that because I'm not really worried about, okay, did I offend some idiots? I'm not really worried about that. Idiots are going to get offended no matter what I do, okay? Idiots are just going to be offended no matter what I do. I can't change that. Can't change it whatsoever. So I'm not going to get my panties in a wad about that. I'm not going to be upset about that. I'm going to be who I am. Now, am I the best person? Am I a perfect person? Am I a great person? Well, that's all debatable, see? It depends on who you ask. If you ask me, I'm great. I have a million things that I can improve on, and I strive to improve those every day. And guess what? If I don't make any improvement, I'm okay with that. I can live with that because there's no reason for me to look at that as a negative thing. There's no reason to let that bring me down. So I'm totally fine in my own skin. I'm totally fine being the flawed, fucked up individual that I am. I have no quarrels with that. If the rest of the world hates me, if no one likes me, if no one accepts me, well, guess what? That's great. That's all fine and dandy because there's one person that needed to accept me, and that person loves me. See, there's only one person that actually has to live inside me. There's only one guy that ever stares back at me when I go look in the mirror. There's only one person that's there, and that person doesn't have a problem with me. So if the rest of the world wants to have a problem with me, well, that's their problem. See, that's not my problem. You understand? If you hate me, well, that's your problem. Got it? That's not my problem. You get to carry that hate around. I don't have to carry that hate around. Well, you fucking carry it around. If you get offended by the shit that I say because you're a stupid fucking idiot, well, guess who's offended? Well, that's you that's offended. That's not me that's offended. So do you see why it doesn't bother me? Because your dumbass getting offended because I said fuck or I said you're a stupid fucking cunt, you are the one that's offended. You're the one that has to go throughout your day being pissed off and being bothered because you're a fucking retard. I don't, see? So I don't let that stuff bother me. So I get to be me. I get to be whoever the fuck I am. Now because of that, I get an additional happiness bonus because of that, okay? So because of that, now we're gonna make it purple. I'm gonna make it purple, all right? Because of that, because of those facts, because I just don't give a fuck about your external validations and you people, and whether you decide that you want to judge me, even though probably you have a million problems your fucking goddamn self, and instead of actually taking an inventory of your own problems and going to the mirror and looking in the mirror and saying, okay, hey, do I actually love myself? Nope, let's skip that. Let's go look at John and let's judge John. Okay, well you do that because I don't give any fucks about that, and because I don't give any fucks about that, I get a net happiness increase. Look at that. I got some extra happiness. Great. Now, the beautiful thing is, I still make money. See? Now this is where the beautiful thing is. Now, on top of this, I've realized that just being myself, for sure. Remember this? We drew it a second ago. I'm going to draw it right here. You can see it again. Remember this right here? This was a bell curve. It's a standard distribution. Okay, yeah, some people, they don't like me. Okay, but guess what? Guess what? Not everybody can be in one point. See, people are distributed. There's a distribution. It's a distribution of people. So, okay, so some people didn't like me. Some people got offended. Well, guess what? Other people, they resonated with me. Okay? Other people actually resonated with me. So I didn't worry about these people that I was offending. I didn't worry about these people that didn't like me. I didn't worry about these people who didn't like my hat. And I didn't worry about these people who were like, well, fuck John and his stupid hat. I don't like that hat. He can't be serious. This dude can't be professional. He curses. He doesn't even wear professional clothes. He's got a black eye. He's got a stupid hat. He can't be a professional. His software's probably garbage. His business is probably garbage. I don't want any part to do with him. See, I didn't worry about those people. Fuck those. Okay. See you later. See you later. Have a nice life. Hope you die. All right? I didn't worry about that person. What I worried about was, see, okay, I'll just do me. I'll just be me. And yeah, there's going to be some people who don't like me. There's going to be people who don't accept me. Can I live with that? Great. Yeah, I can live with that. But guess what? On the other side of the coin, there's these people over here. Now, these people actually resonate with me. These people liked my hat. These people actually just stopped scrolling on Facebook just because they saw my hat. And they were like, I wonder what this idiot in this hat's doing. Let me stop. I kind of like that hat. Let me stop and look at him and watch him for a second. So see, these people, they resonated with me. And guess what those people who resonated with me did? Well, they gave me some money. Okay, now I'm trying to draw this all to scale and stuff. Okay, so I'm trying to draw this all to scale. They gave me some money. Now I got some money. Now remember, what do most of us do with our money? Well, most of us try to spend our money to buy back our happiness, okay? We're trying to buy back our happiness that we got rid of with our money. You know, we're losing our happiness so that we can go get money, and then we're spending that money to buy back the happiness that we lost in order to get the money to buy the happiness. And the reason for that is probably because a lot of us, we don't really stop and think consciously. We don't really actually stop and think like, you know what? Let me actually think and get the gears in my brain. And that's okay. We're actually conditioned from day one. From the time that we're born, we're conditioned our entire life not to think for ourselves and not to really ask questions, just to accept information like it's the Word of God and the truth. All right? But see what happened? These people, all right, I was at the same natural happiness index as you people, except for you people decided to change who you were, alter who you were so that you could fit into society, so that more people would accept you, so that you would be more likable to the masses, because you thought that that was the key to making money, and you wanted to get enough money that you could go buy a bunch of happiness. So what did you guys do? Well, you changed who you were. You didn't be your true self. You put on a suit that you didn't want to wear. You took off a hat that you wanted to wear. You didn't say fuck when you wanted to say fuck. You didn't share your belief about this because you knew if you really talked about your belief about that, a lot of people were going to be like, oh, that's iffy, and they were going to, judge you, or you were going to be an outcast. So you started to alter day by day who you really were, and you started to hide your true self and not expose it to other people. So now you're stressed out because it's like, oh, over here I'm one person, but over here I gotta be another person because I gotta get this money. So you lost a lot of your happiness. Now you got some money, congratulations. You got some paper with some dead people printed on it. Congratulations, you did a good job. All right, and then you took your money and you went and bought some of your happiness back, and now you got a net deficit. You've lost this much of your happiness. See this purple? You've lost this much of your happiness. And then because you realize that you lost your happiness, you tried to go get more money, all right? And you thought, well, I'll give up more of my happiness, then I'll get more money, and with that more money, I can buy even more happiness. So you tried that because, again, you didn't think really hard about what was happening, and you ended up with even a larger deficit in your happiness. And you still don't have any money, let's face it. Most of us are actually in debt. We're going into debt even more in Christmas. So we don't have our happiness and we don't have the fucking money. We have less happiness and we still have no money. All right? Hopefully you guys can see what's happening here. But on the other hand, well, I started with the same happiness that you guys did. We had the same exact net happiness. I didn't sacrifice. I didn't give any of mine up. I just said, hey, fuck it. I'm going to be me. If you twats don't like me, well, go stick your head in a fucking blender, turn it on, and then after you're done with that, you're magically going to love me, all right? You will magically love me. If you don't believe me, just try it. Just fucking try it once. Get off my live video, go to your kitchen, slam your head in your blender, and turn that motherfucker on. And when you're done, leave it on for like 7 minutes. add some lemon and some sugar. When you're done, you're gonna fucking love me. All right, so I didn't give that up because I just didn't care, because I figured out how to love myself and how to accept myself, and I realized that was the most important acceptance that I could ever have. All right, so because of that, I got some extra happiness once I realized that. That you know what, I'll just be me. And if these fucking people don't like me, guess what? There's something wrong with you, not something wrong with me. It's something's wrong with you, and I don't have to feel bad because there's something wrong with you. All right? If you hate me, I don't have to feel bad because you hate me. You're the one that has the hate. You're the one that has the dislike. You're the one that has the bad feeling. You're the one that got offended. You're the one that got angry. You carry that feeling around. I don't have to carry that feeling around. All right? So I got some additional happiness. All right? And then I also realized that, look, because of this right here, well, I'm already in a better situation than most people. I'm already better off because I already have more happiness than most of those people. Now, maybe I don't have any money yet, but I already have enough. I already have more happiness than, these people, like I said, realistically, these people still have no money. They don't have any money. They don't have any savings. They're spending all their money on stupid shit to try to get their happiness back. So let's say neither one of us have any money. I still have more happiness. All right? But then I realized that, you know what? By not worrying about these people that I'm offended, by not worrying about these, not caring about these, there's naturally going to be people that resonate with me. There's naturally going to be people who like me. No matter how weird I am, no matter how crazy I am, no matter who my true self is, there's always going to be people who like me, who resonate with me. And these people, guess what they'll do if I have things that make sense for them to buy? Well, they will buy from me. They're not going to buy from these unhappy motherfuckers because they don't actually resonate with these unhappy people. Now, maybe they would resonate with these unhappy people. Maybe they would resonate with these unhappy people even more than they resonate with me if these people would be their true selves and stop giving up their happiness in pursuit of money. But these people aren't doing this. These people are altering who they are, and they're giving up themselves in pursuit of money, so these people don't resonate with them. Instead, who do they resonate with? Just the guy that's being himself. That's who they resonate. They resonate with the real person that's not fucking fake, because they've seen a million fake people and they got enough of those fake people. But they have a very shortage. You know, it's supply and demand, motherfuckers. That's basic economics. There's a surplus of fake people who are in this model. There's a surplus of that, not a huge demand for it. There's a shortage of these people, and there's a huge demand for it. So these people become valuable, see? So guess who these people give their money to? Well, they give it to me. That's why I've been able to make $1 million this year. Now guess what? Now I got the money. And because of this model, I actually am able to make more money than even these people. Okay, so now I make even more money. Let's say I make twice as much money as these people did. But look at our happiness levels. This guy, his happiness level is right. Do I have another color? Oh, black color. What happened to my black? What happened to my negro? Alright, so see, this is where this guy ended up. He's right there. There's his happiness level. See my happiness level? My happiness level is technically here. This is my happiness level. Here's all the money that I have. I've got all this money, and I've got this much money, I've got this much happiness. This guy over here, he doesn't have any money. He doesn't have any money. Alright? He spent all his money trying to fucking get back the happiness that he lost in exchange for the money. So these are the main things that I would contribute to my own internal happiness and the financial success that I've been able to have. And that's just literally not giving a fuck about any of you fucking assholes and whatever your views and whatever your thoughts and whatever your judgments, because they're not valid. Your judgments, your opinions, they're not fucking valid in my universe. Maybe they're valid in your universe, and maybe they mean everything in the fucking world to you, but they don't mean a fucking jack shit to me. If you think I'm an asshole, well, that doesn't automatically make me an asshole. See? If you think I'm gay, if you think I'm a homosexual, that doesn't put a burning desire in my head for me to go fucking grab a dick and start sucking it till it comes all over my face. You understand? Every one of you people in the world can sit and call me a faggot and a homosexual, and that still wouldn't put a burning desire in me to suck on penises. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So in my world, your thoughts and your opinions, they don't really matter so much. It doesn't really bother me what you think. I don't have to live my life for you guys and your happiness. I get to live it for me. I only have one, so I'm going to live it for me. All right? I'm definitely not going to follow this model, because this model is coming off my board because it sucks. All right? Now, if you guys are in this model and you guys are doing this model, you've probably already realized, and you've probably been realizing for years that you don't have any money, you don't have a lot of happiness. It's a false sense of happiness that it only lasts for a little bit. Whenever you go out to that nice place to eat, you're kind of like, it's a distraction. Your happiness isn't actually happiness. It's a distraction from your unhappiness. So if you don't make a major shift in your mindset, that thing is going to continue to go on and to go on and to go on. So to give you an example, let's say you go out to the park. All right? Let's say you go out to the park, and you're hanging out at the park, and you see a young couple, and they're sitting on the park next to each other, and they're just having a normal conversation. How much of your attention are you giving them? A lot? Not a whole lot. Let's say they're kissing. Just a normal couple, just sitting at the park. They're just having a little kiss. How much of your attention are they getting, that kissing couple? Probably not a lot, right? Now let's say they start fucking fighting. They call each other a fucking bitch and an asshole, and the girl, she just smacks the guy, and then the guy, he just grabs the girl by the fucking hair, and he just starts fucking dragging her down. Now how much of your attention do they have? It's undivided. Now your attention is undivided. Now whatever it was that you were doing, whatever it was you were thinking about, whatever had your attention is stopped. You're completely stopped. You're fixated on them. You're watching them. You can't take your eyes off them, right? Now, why is that? Well, that is because there is a shortage of this. There's a shortage of just the real shit, the non-fake shit. All right, there's high demand and there's a shortage. All right, this other shit that was over here that we removed off my board because it was giving me a headache and it was actually draining my own happiness level, just knowing that unfortunately a lot of you people are living in that model. We'll see there's a surplus of that. There's a fucking surplus of that, and there's not a high demand for it. How many of you, I would want you just to put something in my box, all right, in my comment box, if you would like another fake person in your life. So just put a 1 if you'd like another fake person in your life, and just put a 0 if you don't want another fucking fake. So put a 0 if you have too many fake people in your life already, and put a 1 if you want one more fake person in your life. I'm very curious to know how many of you people want one more fake person in your life, and how many of you have too many fake people in your life already. See, these guys were fake. They sold themselves out. They sold themselves out for some money because they've been taught and they've been indoctrinated that see, and this is how we're taught, guys, and it's not your fault, but this is how we're taught. This is how we're raised. This is how we're brought up to believe that money will buy us happiness. So they teach us, lower your own happiness, sacrifice your happiness today because you'll get some money and that money will buy you happiness. But it doesn't work like that. Has that ever worked for you guys? Has anybody ever got real happiness, true satisfaction from having some money and buying something? It just doesn't work like that, okay? So it does not work like that. So what I would suggest to all of you people is, if you can, try to figure out how to switch to this model. Because even in this model, okay, now I erased the other model because it was crap, it was garbage, it's a scam. This model, it's a fucking scam, okay? But if you remember in this model, this guy's happiness was here, all right? Let's get rid of all my money. Let's neglect the fact that I made over $1 million already this year. I'm just coming on Facebook and telling you guys, if you don't buy my software, you're a piece of shit. Let's just get rid of my money. There goes my money. Now I'm broke. Now I'm broke. I'm broke like all of you people. All right? Now I'm just broke like all of you people. But guess what? See? You guys were broke over here anyway, so let's face it. Half of you guys message me, you can't afford my $17 a month offer. Why? Because you got too many bills, because you're already broke. Okay, nothing wrong with that, nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to feel bad about because of that. Could you change it? Yes, you can change it anytime you really want to, but you're not going to change it in this model. Never. Never, ever, ever will you change it in this model. You'll continue to be broke, and you'll continue to be broke. And more importantly than being broke, more importantly, and I really want you people to understand this, more importantly than being broke, you're going to remain unhappy. Now, if you remember what I told you, what you're doing here, you're trading your throughput, your most valuable asset. You're trading your most valuable asset for money. You're decreasing your happiness, and you're trading your most valuable asset, most of the time doing something that you really don't want to do in exchange for money that's making you less happy, and you're hoping, you're wishing, you're praying that you can take the money that you get, the little small amount of money that you get, and you can go buy happiness. And you have to buy more happiness than what you gave up for the money just to fucking break even. All right? And I hope that you guys understand, like I mentioned before, that throughput, that time of yours that you're selling is limited. And when you run out of that time, you're dead, okay? I really want to make sure that you understand, when you run out of the time that you're selling for money, it's because you're dead, all right? So, and this is just the truth. And if you don't like this, then fucking unsubscribe, unfollow, block, delete, call the fucking police, the FBI, whatever the fuck that you have to do. But this is just how it works. When you run out of that time that you're selling for money, it's because you're dead. Now, what I want you to ask yourself is, do you want to die unhappy? That's what I want you to ask yourself. Do you want to die unhappy? Because if you don't, if your answer is no, if your answer is yes, congratulations. Awesome. Stay right there. You're in the perfect model. You are in the perfect model right here to die unhappy. You're right where you need to be. You are on the right path. But if you've answered no, if your answer is seriously no, I don't want to die unhappy, then right now, today, you need to start to adjust your life and try to get over here. Because over here, even when you take away the money, okay? Notice I didn't say, do you want to die broke? There's a lot of motherfuckers that have a bunch of money that still die unhappy, and their money just, they don't get to take it with them. Maybe they do. Maybe after we die, maybe like we're somehow still conscious and they look back at your previous bank account and there's like, oh, okay, well, you get to be a starfish because you had this much money. Oh, you had a lot less. You're a piece of sand. I don't know how that works because I haven't died yet. Once I die, I'll come back and tell you guys. But there's a lot of people that have a lot of money and they die. And they died unhappy. So I didn't say, do you want to die broke? I said, do you want to die unhappy? And if your answer is no, you don't want to die unhappy, well, you need to switch to this model, because in this model, even with no money, you're already more happier than the idiot working in this model. Anybody can do this. Anybody can switch to this model. All right? Super simple to switch to this model. So, I hope that helped you people. I hope that helped you amazing people on Facebook. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed it, Ashley Grant. I hope you really liked it. I tried to tell you guys, the biggest thing that I would attribute to my own internal happiness and just my own financial success is just being over here in this model. And that doesn't mean I don't change who I am. I change who I am every single day. Every single day there's a guy that goes and stands in front of a mirror, and that's me. I'm the guy that stands in front of the mirror, and when I look in that mirror, there's a guy looking back at me. And that guy's also me, you see? And every day I evaluate myself where I'm at, and I look inside, am I happy with that person? And I make changes accordingly. The difference is I don't fucking send out surveys to my fucking Facebook friends and find out what parts of me are unacceptable for you fucking twats so that I can add that to my list of things that I'm going to fucking change so that I can make all you fucking morons happy. All right? Because making you people happy, literally, it does nothing. It does nothing for my own internal happiness. All right? And it probably isn't going to do anything for your fucking internal happiness, because there's only one person that can actually change your internal happiness, and it sure the fuck isn't me. All right? Me not calling you a twat is not going to make you any more happy. All right? If we're being honest about it, you were already offended before I ever called you a piece of shit motherfucker. There was already something inside of you that was broken, and me calling you a piece of shit motherfucker really just triggered it. It wasn't me calling you a piece of shit motherfucker that's the problem. You already had some problems inside that you didn't want to deal with, you didn't want to resolve for whatever fucking reason. Okay? I don't know what that is. I can't help you with that. So every single day I look at myself and I evaluate myself and I try to see, okay, what are my weaknesses? What are the things that I'm unhappy with myself that I would like to change? And what are the steps that I can make to change them? But never once do I try to look for you guys and be like, hey, could you guys give me a little input about, because that doesn't matter. See, that shit doesn't matter. So hopefully that helps you guys. If it doesn't help you, it's because you're a fucking retard. And that's okay too. It's okay to be retarded. It's a mental condition that you suffer for. It's nothing to be ashamed of either. But thank you guys for hanging out on my live video. Hopefully it was helpful to you. Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go back and do some stuff to make some money so that I can actually, I told you guys what I do with my money. I actually just invest all my money into more stuff that makes even more money, just because my goal is to get all the money in the world, because I figured if I have all the money in the world, then maybe all you people can realize that, you're going to have to do something else for your happiness, because there's no more money for you to try to go buy happiness with. And then maybe you can look inside you, and trust me, as soon as you fix that, as soon as you can actually just be you and not give any fucks whether your next door neighbor likes you or anybody else in the world likes you and accepts you, as soon as you can accept you and love you and have everybody else in the world hate on you and be happy as fuck, just be happy as fuck about that because you love yourself and you accept yourself, your life will change. Your life will drastically change. You'll have way more happiness. You'll have way more people that like you. You'll have way more people that accept you. And the people that like you and the people that accept you, they're going to love you. They're not just going to be like, he's all right. And that's probably what's happening right now. You probably have a bunch of people and they're like, he's all right. He's not a bad guy, or she's not bad. She's all right. I don't have any problems with her. All right. But whenever you switch the flip or flip the switch and you go all in on yourself and you love yourself and you say, you know what? Fuck the rest of these assholes in the fucking world. This is my life. This is my universe. I manifest it. I create it. I'm going to live my life to make myself happy. I'm going to be the person who I want to be, who I enjoy being. What's going to happen is you're going to have less of those people who are like, she's all right. She's okay. Yeah, he's not that bad. And you're going to have more people who are like, no, he's a dick. No, I hate him. He's a piece of shit. But you're also going to have a lot more people who are like, no, I love him. God, he's the best. Yeah, he's great. All right? So you're going to polarize these people. And yes, you're going to get haters, but those people, there's nothing that you can do about them. There's going to be there no matter what you do. But you're going to get true fans. You're going to get people who really connect with you, who really resonate with you. All right? And you're going to have a lot more happiness on the inside, which means what? You got to spend, which means what? Now, what can you do with your money? All right? And that's the key. That's the real key. Because once you have that internal happiness, now what happens is, I erased it, but now what happens is, you remember that money that you were taking and you were trying to buy back your happiness with that money? Well, once you have the internal happiness and you don't sacrifice the internal happiness, now you have what's called excess capital, because you're not wasting that capital to go try to find happiness. See? Now this is the real key. Because now that you have the internal happiness, now you don't need the trinkets. Now you don't have to go buy the shit that you actually don't need, and you don't have to go make piss poor, stupid fucking financial decisions to go try to buy happiness. Because you already have the happiness. So now you can make good, smart financial decisions. Now you can take that money and instead of blowing it on bullshit in hopes that it makes you happy, now you can actually go invest it in cash flow producing assets that actually produce you residual income all the time. Then your life is set. All right? So hopefully that makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, like I said, there is an unfriend, unfollow, delete, report function on Facebook. Make a Google search on how to do that and just go ahead and do that. Other than that, have a amazingly awesome day.